How's it going, Laser Bruce's up? I'll be Sixkilla and welcome back to Abyss of the Sacrifice. This is an exciting one because I mean this is definitely the true ending for Jitka's route, but I believe this is the true ending for the entire game as well. This is going to be the one to wrap it all up. So expect this to be a long episode and expect the puzzles to be very fucking difficult, but we'll get through it like we always do by bashing our head against it until it gives in. Let's jump into the surface. I'll try and keep this all as one episode, regardless of how long it goes for, unless it goes for like 5 hours or something. Jitka told the four other girls everything. She told them how she was taken to the hospital's research wing before she could even remember, and treated like a guinea pig for their experiments. For some reason, the hospital staff had called her Icon. She found out later the reason for all this was her special abilities. She didn't understand these abilities very well herself, but one thing was clear. Through her dreams, she was able to rewrite past and present events. All of her dreams thus far, excluding this one, were almost always nightmares. And with each dream, the numbers on her upper arm decreased. Jitka explained all of this timidly, but to the best of her ability. The other four girls listened closely. At the part about the experiments the doctors conducted on her, Olga looked down and bit her lip. "I'm so sorry. I can't believe my father did that to you." There were tears in Olga's eyes. "It's okay." Jitka shook her head. "The doctor was nice. I don't remember my own father, but I'm sure he was just like the doctor." "Jitka?" She quietly held Jitka's hand. Jitka gently squeezed back. "What happened next?" When Chloe encouraged her to go on, Jitka thought for a moment before beginning again. "I've been put into ice sleep right up until just before I met all of you." "Ice sleep?" "I think she means cold sleep. Right, Jitka?" "Yes, that's what the doctors called it. I wasn't supposed to wake up ever again." "Why not?" "Apparently, right before they froze me, I went a little rogue. Doctor told me the project was ending, so he'd never wake me up again." "Rogue? What's that?" "She probably means rogue." Oh, maybe I said rouge or something. With Olga and Chloe chiming in to interpret the parts Jitka found difficult to explain, it became a cooperatively told story. "What did you do?" "I don't really remember except I had a scary dream." "Okay, that's fine. In other words, the Icon project was stopped because you went rogue." "Yeah." "Why did you wake up after the strange incident?" Jitka shook her head uncertainly. "I think someone woke me up." "Who?" "Who was it? One of the doctors?" "I'm not sure, but I don't think it was a doctor. I think it was some woman I don't know." "Is someone other than the five of us still here?" If there were, we would have found traces of them by now. We've been walking around a lot, after all." "What's wrong, Chloe?" "It's nothing." "So what happened next? You were awakened, and then what?" Jitka nodded and continued. "When I woke up, there were sirens blaring, and the ground was shaking. An earthquake and sirens, huh? Sounds like the day of the strange incident. I got scared and ran away, but I didn't know where to go." "So that's when we met." Jitka nodded and then paused. All five girls were silent for a moment. The first one to break the silence was Chloe, as always. "I see, now it all makes sense," she nodded to herself, as if thinking about something serious. "What makes sense, Chloe?" After a brief pause, Chloe stated clearly, "Jitka is the cause of everything." "Chloe?" Olga glared at her. At this point, she understood Chloe's statement as an attack on Jitka. And Chloe added, "Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to blame her. I just always thought it was strange. How could earthquakes happen in such a stable facility like Foundation?" "Well," Olga faltered. "Wasn't it a natural disaster?" "Natural? If anything, doesn't it feel unnatural? Think about it. Almost all of Foundation's citizens disappeared in a matter of seconds. Even if they managed to escape after the evacuation alarm sounded, it would have taken much longer." "Good point." Mickey thoughtfully tilted her head. "Then, think about what happened next. Even though hundreds of people vanished, Foundation systems are still basically functioning as usual." "That is true," Olga murmured. "And one more thing. Why can't we get into contact with the rest of Foundation? And why does help never come?" "Enough." Arsena let out an uncomfortable yelp. "What does this all mean? It's all so creepy. Isn't it?" Chloe turned to Arsena with a nod. "It's all so unnatural, but Jitka's story helped everything make sense." "My story?" Jitka looked confused. You have the ability to rewrite reality, right? Yes. Right before the earthquake, you were awakened from cold sleep, and something made you have a wish. Your wish was for world destruction. What? Everyone turned to Chloe at once. As a result, first the people disappeared, then Foundation started to collapse. Collapse? You mean the earthquakes are a result of the facility collapsing? Everyone bombarded Chloe with questions. Irritated, she put up a hand to stop them. Even I don't know that much. It's also still hard for me to believe that everyone disappeared at once. But after putting all the pieces together, this is what I came up with. I can't believe it, Olga whispered. Anyway, I'm positive about one thing. Foundation is slowly but surely collapsing. If we stay here sooner or later, it will affect all of us. Mickey turned to Chloe with a serious expression. Affect us how? We'll all die. But Chloe... Jitka spoke up nervously. What? This is my dream. Could you still die here? Based on what you just told us, your dreams are not much different from reality. Your brain itself has the ability to change the world. Jitka looked up at Chloe imploringly. Chloe sighed. Don't look to me for explanations. Even I didn't expect the circumstances to be this strange. I still haven't figured out all of the details. Not even you? Yes, not even me. So stop asking questions and just listen, okay? Okay. Now, where'd I leave off? You were talking about how Foundation is slowly collapsing, and we'll all eventually die if we stay here. After Mickey's reminder, Chloe cleared her throat. That's right, Foundation is collapsing. We can't just stay here and wait to die. Then what do we do? Mickey quickly responded to Arsana's question. We get out of here, of course. Chloe shook her head. No, first we should investigate exactly what the hospital and administration were trying to do. What do you mean? We have a good idea about the experiments Jitka went through, but we still know nothing about Icon or the reason for the experiments. I know I said Jitka was what started everything, but let me clarify. It was actually the hospital's experiments that started everything. I say we look into this Icon project the hospital was trying to use Jitka for. Olga timidly raised her voice. I've heard a little about Icon. My father was talking about it with one of the hospital staff. Icon is the name of a test subject. In other words, it's a person. Based on Jitka's story, Icon is probably Jitka herself. I see, so Icon is Jitka. Yes, also, we might be able to find out more if we look through Father's files. She took out a card from her bag. What's that? My father's ID card. You want to search the network for information on Jitka, don't you? Yes. If you use this, you should be able to bypass most of the hospitals and administration bureau security. Here. Isn't this the hospital director's ID? Yes. You've had this all along, huh? Chloe's eyes sparkled with excitement. Okay, let's find a terminal. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. The 5 girls stood up with determination. In a few minutes, they found themselves in a usable computer terminal. There's even a headset. Chloe smirked. Okay, I'm gonna hack into the hospital server. The other girls watched her with bated breath. Chloe drove into the ocean-like network alone. Dove, sorry. This hospital director's ID is amazing, Chloe whispered to herself. Among the chaos of computer data in the form of lights and numbers, the ID she received from Olga allowed her to access almost every classified file. Now that I can open all the files I want, I can't show off my skills. Although this sounded like a complaint, Chloe was extremely excited. If she combined the hospital director's access with her hacking skills, there was no door she couldn't open within the hospital server. Everything she wanted to see appeared right in front of her eyes. It was an incredible sense of power. While Chloe did enjoy the dangerous thrill of hacking, this feeling was unlike anything she had ever experienced before. It's so tempting to open all of these classified files, but there was no time for that now. Chloe narrowed down her search to information on Icon, and focused only on files related to this. But she could only find a few files on Icon, even in the classified section of the hospital server. I guess I should check the Administration Bureau. The Administration Bureau held all of the political departments together. They were practically Foundation's government. The territory above level 5 on their server had such high security it was called a hacker's graveyard. But Chloe went straight to level 6 without hesitation. I won't stop here. She licked her lips and typed a series of complex commands. Her eyes were those of a beast hunting its prey. She aimed for level 7. It was the most dangerous of all the levels. In fact, it was a black box believed to be impossible for humans to access. It was territory devoted to deep thought. The mother program that lay at Foundation Score. Like off Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Going to level 7 of the Administration Bureau server might just be possible now. The door in front of her shimmered as it opened the path to level 6. Level 6. Once she was there, she absorbed all the information she could find on Icon. At this rate, I should be able to leap straight to level 7. She looked up. It was a path. This place was a type of black box. It seemed to be impossible to access for outsiders. The hospital director's ID couldn't help here. As soon as she intruded, it would be as dangerous as facing a whole army of sweepers. I never thought I would ever come this far. She smiled excitedly. Here we go. We're gonna get interrupted by Orange though, aren't we? Then she jumped. Oh, what is this? I knew they'd come. Oh crap, it's the sweepers. There's 2 of them? Still, they're fast. Oh no. Oh, we're the pink one. How do we get to the middle? Oh, shit. Oh, come on. What path do we have to take to make that work? Hang on. Does it just know when you're coming? When you stand on this square, it opens up. Right? Does that mean the sweepers can open it as well? But I can't match the sweepers. Oh crap, I made the sweeper go in. Okay, what are we doing with that? Like, what's... Oh shit, what have I done? They crashed into each other and died. Good. Found it. The entrance to level 7. Now I just have to get past here. Whoa. The area seemed to stretch into infinity, obstructed by giant data walls throughout. Then she reached the gate to level 7, leading to hidden territory run by Foundation's main program, Deep Thought. I wonder what's there. She walked toward the unfamiliar gate's console. Ah! Oh no, what is happening here? Oh, I don't like that. Okay. I was gonna start by pulling all the numbers out and figuring out where the fuck they go. There's so many. Alright, what do we got? These are all big numbers, man. The only number it's missing is 9. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. Oh, okay, so 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. Right? Maybe? Oh, and this will be the same for this block, right? 1, 2, 3 is missing. Right? 1, 2. Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What adds up to 3? Nothing. That's the color. Red for add, blue for subtract. Right? There you go, subtract. 5 minus 2 is 3. And then one like this will be for the whole column, right? 2 plus 7, 9. 5 minus 2, 3. And then this one needs a 1, which has to be a minus. This has to be... I wish you'd know which thing controls which thingy. You know? You know. You know. Not 6, 6. 4, 2, 9, 3, 3, 1. You need a 1. 4 minus 2 is 2, 9 minus 3 is 6, 3 minus 1 is 2. We'll do that one last, I guess. What is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9 minus 3 is 6, so 1 plus 5 is... let's take 1 plus 5 is 6. Like that. And this middle one needs a 2 again. Yikes. 4 minus 2? Or 7 minus 5? 7 minus 5 is probably better. What controls this one? There you go. And then we'll do the rows, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What makes 5? Out of these, nothing. Let's just keep working on ones that we can do, right? Here we go. 3, 1, 4. This one's missing a 4. There we go. 3 plus 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Skip this one. Skip this one. Let's do this bottom one here. 1, 2, 3. This one. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 8 minus 1 is 7. This has to be a minus then. Not that one. There you go, minus. Good. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. We don't have an 8 either. Unless we can do multiply and divide. I'm gonna have to assume that we can do... The only way this can possibly work is if we can do divide and multiply as well. 4 times 2 is 8. That can work there. And if that's the case, then 6 divided by 6 is 1. So that would work there, right? That's what these mean. That's what this means. We can switch it from... We can switch these from plus to times, and we can switch these from minus to divide. Look, that's divide. Oh my god, I only just got it. So this can't be a plus. This can only be a minus or a divide. So the 15 can't go there. We need a 6 to go there. There you go, 9 take away 3. Good. What else we got? I gotta check all the symbols, make sure they're right. 7 minus 5 is 2, that's right. What do we got here? Oh, why don't we change them? There. 3 plus 1 is 4. Good. Good, and this one? 8 minus 1 is 7, that's perfect. 4 plus 4 times 2. Yeah. And then 15. What are we making here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 divided by 5. Oh, 1 times 5, okay. Alright. The gate's opening. I finally made it. I like that puzzle. I'm gonna cut most of that because there was a lot of farting around, but I liked it. It was quite intuitive. The other side was quiet. There were no attacking sweepers. Or firewall traps like she'd expected. But she groaned. She could feel an intense sense of pressure. It was clear a ton of serious data was packed into the space. The sheer amount of data created an overwhelming pressure on her. Why is so much data crammed in here? Although she found it hard to breathe, she was also filled with an unprecedented sense of excitement. Then suddenly, "You there, are you a human?" A deep, quiet voice reverberated throughout the space. It was an unnatural monotone. "Who's there?" Chloe looked around but saw no one. "Are you a human?" The voice asked again. "Yes, what are you?" She asked cautiously. "I am Deep Thought." "Seriously?" A droplet of sweat dripped down her forehead. The final boss had shown himself at last. Deep Thought was the name of the main program that operated Foundation's internal system. "It's been a long time since a human has accessed this place." The voice continued. "It has been approximately 2,210,027 hours. In other words, 250 years. To be exact, it's 252 years and... Okay, I get it. Anyway, what do you want from me?" The voice didn't seem to be bothered by this interruption and continued calmly, I have now verified your identity, however I must ask you, what do you want from me? Clearly the voice didn't want to hurt her. In fact, it seemed she could ask this mother program for the information she needed. She decided to speak openly. We want to go to the surface and are looking for a way to get there. Humans always come here for the same reason. What? Has another human who wanted to go to the surface come to you before? Yes. Like you, they came here, learned the way of the world and created Icon. Jackpot. Chloe exclaimed internally, then she asked what she wanted most to know. Did that person make it to the surface? No, they did not. Their Icon failed, so they sealed her away. Teach me the correct way to use Icon. You have an Icon? Yes. I see, you mentioned the word we before. Are there others? It's me, Icon, and 3 other girls. 5 people in total. All 5 of us want to go to the surface. Understood. In that case, I will summon all 5 of you here. Here, but how? Before Deep Thought could answer, Chloe heard 4 yelps behind her. What the... No way. Olga, Miki, Asa, and Jitka suddenly appeared in the virtual reality space. Chloe? As looks of surprise crossed their faces, Deep Thought spoke again. I forced the 4 people outside to this digital space. Who said that? Chloe put up a hand to silence Asa and spoke to the voice. Explain to us, Deep Thought. What about? Everything. Why is this all happening? The meaning of life, the universe, and everything. And how can we reach the surface? Everything. Very well. I'll have to think about it for a bit. There was a pause. Then Deep Thought disembodied voice echoed around them. Long ago. Long ago, approximately 300 years, 10 months, and 3 days prior, humankind started to move underground. Before then, they lived on the surface. However, one day the sun's rays suddenly burned overly hot and bright. More than half of the human population perished during that first week. They lost most of the advanced society that they had worked so hard to build. The remaining humans escaped underground over the next 3 years, 6 months, and 4 days. There, they built a small city and narrowly managed to survive. However, after 5 years, a group of researchers underground came up with a conclusion. Sustaining life temporarily in this underground city was nearly impossible. The sun's expansion was speeding up and showing no signs of stopping. At this rate, within the next 10 years, humankind would become extinct from the worlds both above and below. And so, the remaining humans came up with an almost eternal way to live. It involved creating a space for humans within a quantized world. As long as humans were physical beings, they would burn up with the rest of the world. Therefore, they decided to dispose of their physical bodies and become simply existences. In order to do this, the remaining few humans transformed themselves into their small world into quantum particles. In this quantized world, each person's personality and memories, and every detail and activity of the underground city, would overlap and exist without needing physical space. It all would also not be influenced by the circumstances of the outside world. In short, humans built their living space within the walls of an extremely small metal box. Then they existed within this box as data. They continued to live their lives through an ongoing illusory simulation they called possibility. It was just like existing inside a very long dream. The world would continue just as long as the dream didn't end, and as long as the box was not open. It was eternally secure. However, when humans discarded their physical bodies and moved to a quantized world, a portion of the researchers insisted on leaving behind a small possibility for humans to return to their physicality one day. They suggested this may allow them to eventually leave the quantized world and rebuild the physical world, and so they created Icon. If they gave her memories of the physical world and how easy it once was to live on Earth, she'd be able to turn these memories into an image and project that image outside of the box. She held that possibility. As long as the quantized world in the box was not opened, it would last forever. However, if it somehow were opened, the infinitely overlapping illusions would fall apart. If, at that time, the perfect image was projected into the physical world outside the box, the physical and quantized worlds would overlap. Then the two would converge and the physical world would be rebuilt as an ideal surface of the Earth. Perhaps this was all merely one researcher's untested theory. In reality, it was no better than Schrodinger's cat. Without opening the box, it was impossible to know what was happening inside, whether the cat was alive or dead. No one really knew if the physical world could be rebuilt. Just like a dream, However, the researchers who came up with the plan of quantization still incorporated Icon into their quantized world. She was shut away in the infinitely small world that continued forever without any progress. Her role was to bestow the inhabitants with a single dream. In other words, Icon was your ancestor's dream. Deep Thought stated, she was the key that held a possibility. Jitka is the key? Olga whispered in surprise. I had no idea she was so important. It's definitely an unexpected turn of events. Even Chloe shook her head in disbelief. So, does this mean Jitka will create a place for us to escape before this world is destroyed? If this girl Jitka is the true Icon, yes. Then let's have her open the box. Miki raised her voice. We'll never get anywhere if we don't try. Whether it's in a quantized world or a physical one, I want to live. Me too. Go on and give it a try, Jitka. Asuna shook the small girl's shoulder. But... Jitka hung her head uncertainly. I don't really understand. I don't either, but I think it goes something like this. You imagine this paradise like surface world, and then poof, we're there. You make it sound so easy, but I don't even know what the surface is like. She seemed extremely uncertain. Just then, you, the girl named Jitka. Deep Thought addressed Jitka. Yes? Jitka stiffened nervously. If you are the true Icon, you are the sole observer, so to speak, of the quantized world. Observer? You are the only one who can view this world objectively. It's like seeing the entire box from the outside. In this quantized world, people, things, places, and even time exists in an overlapping state. Because of this, an outside observer should be able to sense people, places, and time in a random way. Because you can simulate several different possibilities, you can also create different patterns of the future. It's talking about your dreams. You know, like when you change something from the past in your dreams, it changes reality. Chloe whispered in Jitka's ear to help her understand. That is correct. Jitka, can you do that? Yes. Then you are the true Icon, and the key. Yay! Asuna exclaimed. Then she can help us. Come on, Jitka, give it a... However, Deep Thought interrupted Asuna's glee. Even an observer cannot make a prediction. Once the box is opened, whether the cat will be alive or dead. Enough of the metaphors. What are you talking about, Deep Thought? The possibilities lying within the box, the reality Icon chooses, depends on the image within her. In the past, another human asking about the service created Icon. However, they decided not to use it. Why not? Once the box is opened, you cannot return to what was. The quantized world will disperse, and an unwelcoming possibility may await. What do you mean by an unwelcoming possibility? A devastated surface, an Earth engulfed by the sun, or perhaps even a place where the Earth does not exist. The original Icon had the imagination to predict all of these possibilities. Therefore, this human realized that any situation could also potentially occur. The girls fell silent. How could Icon's power be so uncertain? It was basically a gamble. Waiting for the world to collapse might even be a more peaceful death. They were on the brink of wanting to give up. Only Deep Thought's quiet voice echoed in the heavy silence. Your predecessors sealed Icon away. They chose to continue living in the small quantized world and forgot about the surface. With that, Deep Thought also fell silent. Apparently the explanation for everything that Chloe asked for was over. Surprisingly, Miki was the one to break the silence. Sounds like our predecessors were satisfied with living in a fake underground world for the sake of playing it safe. The world is not. Forget it, I know I'm just mad. When Miki cut it off, the main program fell silent once again. Then Olga politely and meekly raised her hand. Excuse me, Deep Thought. Why did my father, the hospital administration bureau, try to make Jitka into Icon? Were they trying to return to the surface like our ancestor? This new question made Deep Thought talkative again. No. The administration bureau's Icon project did not involve rebuilding the physical world. Then what were they doing? The current administration bureau defined Icon's power as the ability to rewrite the future or past. This was how they used him. Does that mean they were trying to make the world how they wanted it to be? Looks like their motives lie in just satisfying their own greed. Asuna groaned. Even Olga vexingly bit her lip. Then Miki's dignified voice rang out. Doesn't that mean no one has made Jitka try to reproduce the surface yet? Chloe's head shot up. Miki's right. What? Jitka's a brand new Icon. So far, she's only had nightmares. But those were all dreams of our pasts, right? When she suddenly turned to Jitka, the small girl nodded slowly. Yes. Deep thought. Yes. Do you have an image of the surface in your database? It should be a place blossoming with foliage green and canvassed by skies of blue. Where one's lungs fill with air pristine, something like that. No phrases like that exist in my library. Well, if it hasn't been digitized, it must have been part of the organization's oral tradition. I can't believe it isn't in your database. She mumbled so softly that the other girls didn't hear. But even if they hadn't heard, it would have got over their heads. Chloe had been hopeful about Deep Thought, and the fact that it may have an image of the surface. Jitka seems to have almost no vision of the future. It must be a result of the Administration Bureau trying to insert their own futures into her mind. Chloe thought to herself, that means if Chloe taught Jitka the beautiful legend, Jitka should only be able to imagine the beautiful version of the surface. But things weren't as she hoped. Without an actual image, she couldn't convey the correct portrayal of the surface to Jitka. Damn! This time Deep Thought asked a question. Were those phrases describing the image of the ideal surface? Huh? Oh yeah. If you're looking for a similar image of the surface, it should be stored inside the original icon's brain. What? The girls exclaimed at the voice above. The original icon remains sealed away. You can download the image of the surface from her brain into Jitka's. But doesn't the original icon have the bad image of the world collapsing as well? Simply select the data that matches the previous phrases. But where's the original icon sealed? Do you know Deep Thought? No, there is no data on that topic, however, the new icon should know. What? Jitka panicked. I don't know anything. Dream of meeting the original icon. I have to dream? If you are the icon, you should be able to do it. Your psyche should already be connected on a deep level. This raised everyone's hopes. Let's search for the original icon, Mickey firmly advocated. Agreed. Chloe nodded. So we're really going to the surface. Olga gazed upwards. Things have really gotten crazy, huh? Asuna playfully shrugged. Only Jitka still seemed uncertain. I don't know if I can do this. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You're not alone. We'll help you, Jitka. You're very special. Please help us. Four girls surrounded Jitka with encouragement. Tears formed again in Jitka's eyes, but they were tears of happiness this time. You guys, everyone is staying with me? This is the first time someone has ever relied on me. She gave them a big nod. Okay. Have you made your decision? Deep Thought's mechanical voice echoed from above. Yes. Chloe nodded. We will search for the original icon and regenerate the surface. So you wish to all go together? Yes. Then the four of you must synchronize with Jitka. How do we do that? You must download a brainwave sympathizer program to your nanomachines, using the scanner you have. Do this when Jitka begins to dream. The girl, Jitka, does not have much time left. Her next dream will be your last chance. What? You must hurry. I will send you all back to reality. Wait, Deep Thought, what did you just... Before Chloe could finish her sentence, the five girls' holograms vanished from the digital space. Four of them found themselves in front of the computer in a state of shock. Only Chloe, who was used to diving into the data space, quickly took off her headset and got to her feet. What are you all doing? We have to get ready. Hold on. Mickey's voice was unusually weak. Yes, I feel too dizzy to move. Asuna had actually fallen to the floor, groaning about feeling sick. Do you feel sick too, Jitka? Chloe put a hand on Jitka's shoulder, but the small girl shook her head. At the same time, she didn't look exactly well. Chloe, what's wrong? Jitka's eyes were blank. A dream is coming. What? I'm about to dream again. What? Hold on. Deep Thought just said that this will be your last one. I know. My counter is already at 0. This next dream is definitely my last. Before she could finish, she crumbled to the floor. Jitka? Chloe's scream made the other three girls come running. What happened? Don't tell me. And Deep Thought said she didn't have much time. Does that mean she'll die? No, she's just sleeping. But this isn't good. Chloe cursed as she pulled the medical scanner from her bag. It happened too fast. I don't know if we'll... Hey, I thought you threw the scanner away. Chloe interrupted with a scream. Don't worry about that. We have to find Jitka. We have to synchronize with her as she dreams. Chloe pressed some buttons on the scanner and a white fog clouded everyone's vision. It's pure white. Who said that? Was it me, myself? I? Who am I again? Are we everyone? Where am I again? Mickey thought to herself as she gazed up at the white ceiling. Oh, I remember, this is my hospital room. I came here after hurting my leg, practicing for the high jump. As this foggy thought passed through her mind, she started hearing whispers. I heard Mickey's dropping out. Because of a fracture, right? Who was whispering outside of my room? What a dumb thing to do right before a meet. Oh. Everyone's gossiping about me. But that's not right. I thought I could walk now. That's right, I can walk now. I don't know if I can jump as high as before. But look, I can walk again. Mickey got out of bed. But her legs couldn't move like she remembered. They could. Why is this happening? She desperately tried to walk. Meanwhile, the whispers kept coming. The pressure must have gotten to her. Ugh, how annoying. Shut up already. She pushed herself too hard. Now it's my turn to shine. Mickey screamed without hesitation. Shut up, I can walk now. I said shut up. Huh? Is this my school? When Asuna came to, she was in a classroom. She hated this place. But it was also the only place she could go. Why am I here? She couldn't remember where she'd been a few seconds ago. She racked her foggy mind as she looked around. Suddenly, she saw a familiar face pass by through the glass of the classroom door. Honoka? Honoka? It was her classmate, who she usually found annoying and ignored. But this time Asuna knew what she had to do. I have to go after her. If I don't, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. She ran toward the door. What am I doing here? Olga stood before an open door. This is Father's office. Oh, that's right. Father called me here. For some reason, I can't remember why he called. Did I do something wrong again? Is he going to scold me? Unsure of what was going to happen, she just stood at the door, even though it was open. What am I doing? Father is waiting for me. Is that you, Olga? My father's solemn voice called from across the room. Yes, Father. Come in. Oh no, he sounds like he's in a very bad mood today. She bit her lip and stepped into the room. The room was silent. Her father didn't say a word. Olga didn't say a word either. Usually she would just stare at her feet and wait for him to speak first. But this time was different. Unable to bear the silence, Olga opened her mouth to speak. Father, would you like some tea? She surprised herself. Those are words she never expected to hear come from her mouth. Oh no, what am I saying? Father's going to scold me again. She was sure he would say, don't be silly, you don't need to do that. But then, yes, that might be nice. Her father's answer was even more unexpected. What? Go on, Olga, make me some tea. Chloe was diving. Lights, numbers, and code flew across the familiar virtual reality space. For Chloe, this world was not much different from actual reality. But as she sped through the area, a confused look appeared on her face. What am I doing here? She couldn't remember a reason for coming. Just then, Level 6 ID Orange. An alert appeared in front of her. Orange is here. Suddenly Chloe knew what her goal was. That's right, I'm looking for Orange. As soon as she realized this, hatred towards Orange bubbled up inside of her. Damn it! That woman is always manipulating me. In the end, even those markers I was chasing were her doing too. She wallowed in frustration. A spark of unease was also beginning to burn in her heart. Maybe I'll never surpass her. Now that I've found the wings and the key, I should be the true Chloe. But then why do I feel like I haven't won yet? Damn it, stop thinking like that. Chloe vehemently shook her head and to shake away her weakness. This time I will find her and settle this once and for all. Chloe increased her pace. Is she here? She stopped in front of a door. It was equipped with a strange firewall that was not connected to the server's protection system. It was clearly a defensive wall set up by an outside intruder. Damn that Orange, testing me again. Chloe slowly approached the door. It was covered in a pale fog. Me, myself, I am drifting through the fog, but little by little it's beginning to clear. Oh, the fog is lifting. Oh, and we're searching again. I remember this door. It's locked, the door won't open. I remember this door, but, oh my god, what happened there? Why? This is strange. I should be able to walk now. There's a door that leads to the corridor. It's noisy outside. We're making tea? I don't know what's happening. I've got to go after Hanukkah. If I don't go after her now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Some ID. Go to the door? The door won't open. Of course. What's clickable around here? This is a nightmare. Father's tea. I wonder if I can make it. No more tea. I hate making the tea. It's the worst. Obtain tin can. At the moment it looks like we're just nicking everything that's not bolted down as usual. I suppose. That's how you do in an adventure game, isn't it? Just steal everything that hasn't been nailed to the ground. Blasted orange. Alright, challenge accepted. This is much tighter security than anything up till now. What have we got? We got tea. And we got Orange's keycard? There's something written on the surface. Pass. Alright, keep looking around. We have this. Plastic bottle. I'm making tea in a bottle. Can we do that? Oh, wait. Can we mix these together? Ta-da! After putting water in the electric kettle, it boiled right away. Even without using power. That's amazing. Can we put tea in it now? No. I guess we're gonna go make tea over here? In the cup? In the teapot? I don't bloody know. The teapot has already been warmed. Fantastic. I don't want to make tea again. I hated that last time. It was bad. It was a bad time. If we can't make the tea in the cup, we're gonna have to make it somewhere else. Can we make it in this ugly ass bowl? Can we make tea in this bowl? Yes. Well, we can make water in the bowl. I don't know if we can make tea. There you go, tea. Tea can lid seems to have gotten looser. Can we just open it? Yes. The warm tea can lid opened easily. Olga's ID card was in the tea can. Okay. I think I'm tripping balls. I think I'm tripping balls. I'm definitely tripping balls. No? No? Alright, Olga's ID. I guess we'll keep trying to make tea again. Now that the can's open, I suppose we can make tea now? Not that I know why we would give a shit at this point. There we go, we put tea leaves in there. Now what? Do we have water we can put in there now? Poured hot water in the teapot. There you go. Now what? A rounded porcelain teapot is best for making tasty tea. I thought it said nasty tea. That would have been funny. I don't know what else we can do though. We've potted that tea like there's no tomorrow. Don't know what else to use. Gotta figure this shit out. If I analyze the data structure inside can probably be confirmed. What? Analyze? Oh god. I understood the card's data structure. Does that mean I can use that to fix this one? It'll probably be repaired after looking at the internal data. Repair? Repaired the card's database on the original... Oh, okay, cool. And now we should be able to open locker number 4 for some reason. Hanukkah's ID card. Can we use that to open the door? Yes. Asuna impatiently opened the door and rushed out. Wait, Hanukkah! Small girl turned around in surprise. Asuna? Her voice was no louder than a mosquito's buzz. Her eyes trembled as usual, like a small animal. This would usually irritate Asuna to no end, but this time she had a stronger priority. This is my chance to ask her. Hey, why did you die? What? Hanukkah froze in confusion. Is it because I told you to disappear? Hanukkah seemed to want to say something. As she stood there, looking at Asuna with her mouth open in silence for a few seconds, Then finally she spoke. No, wait. I just hated myself. It wasn't your fault. I wanted to run away from myself. You coward, Asuna yelled. You're such a coward. You're right. Honoka smiled sadly. I was a coward. I'm really sorry, Asuna. Asuna's heart clenched. No. This isn't what I wanted her to say. Don't apologize to me. I just wanted to tell you something. I'm still alive. You ran away, but I'm still here, fighting to stay alive. So I'll live for... Before she knew it, her vision blurred, and tears streamed down her cheeks. I'm crying. Confused by this, she continued to finish her sentence. I'll live for you too, so forgive me, Honoka. Honoka looked surprised for a moment, then happiness gradually appeared on her face. And she smiled. Thank you, Asuna. As if that's all she wanted to hear, a satisfied smile spread across Honoka's lips. Then she slowly grew transparent, and finally disappeared. Papa? Asuna whispered. This is the right thing for me to do, right? Okay, so we have to do each person's thing? What is this? Cleats. Cleats? What the fuck does that mean? The latest model of cleats. Made to be lighter. That'd be something to do with Miki, right? Wear the cleats. Put on the cleats and head for the door. She managed to drag her motionless legs until she finally reached the hospital room door. But no one was there. Did I imagine it? It's possible, but I won't let anyone tell me what to do anymore. I can walk, and I can also still fly. Even if I can't now, I will definitely fly again one day. Damn. Miki started to drag her slow legs again. My legs hurt. They feel heavy, but if I keep on walking like this, I'm sure my legs will rejuvenate soon. For some reason, Miki was convinced of this. Suddenly she felt someone staring at her, and froze. She lifted her head and saw someone in front of her. It was a shadow-like woman. Chloe? It's her. When she heard her name, the woman smiled. That's it, Miki. Just keep walking. I know you can fly again. She let out a deep sigh. That's right. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. From this person. Back to searching, and we've got... What do we got? Obtain tea cozy. Okay, cool. We can get this bloody tea thing out of the way. I get PTSD every time I have to make tea now. You know? Can't handle. Delicious tea is ready. Ah. Head for the library. The sound of the tea utensils quietly reverberated at the scent of tea leaves as the scent of tea leaves wafted through the air. This alone helped make Olga's father oppressive study into a more comfortable place. Olga carefully steeped the special tea blend in order to keep its fragrance alive. Then she slowly poured it into a warm cup. The vivid smell rose like magic, transforming the room in a matter of seconds. She gently placed the teacup in front of her father. Here you go. He picked it up and slowly took a sip. A faint smile spread across his lips. Olga wanted to ask how it was, but held herself back. Her father was silent. It must be really bad. But just as she started to feel depressed, her father spoke softly. I see. Even you can brew this level of tea now. Huh? She never heard her father speak with such deep emotion. This is delicious. You've become a wonderful daughter, Olga. Father? Her eyes filled with tears. Okay, and what is new here? A book. Medical text. Where the hell's that gonna go? I think we're a bit more open. If only. Something to do with Chloe? Oh shit. There are strange symbols written in the book. There are strange symbols written in the book. What do they mean? It's gotta be something to do with Chloe, right? Oh. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Something to do with points, dots, shit, I don't know. How many numbers do we get? Okay, so each one is a number, cool. Maybe it's sides of the shapes, shape or shapes, I don't bloody know. Then what would the dot be, right? Oh, maybe that counts as well. Hang on. The first one's 7, then 5, 8, 3, 4, 6, 1, 9. Let's try that. 7, 5, 8, 3, 4, 6, 1, 9. The door disappeared like a dream, so it was just sides. And then... Long time no see, priest. Orange? Orange truly was in front of Chloe's very eyes. This is the woman who she couldn't forgive for betraying and deserting her. The one she'd been looking for all this time. You finally made it. I expected no less. The woman spoke softly. I'm glad to see you've been doing well. Chloe interrupted. I didn't come here for a happy reunion. She glared at Orange. I came to tell you something. You're not Chloe anymore. Orange smirked. Oh? Her saucy attitude made Chloe snap. You're always making fun of... I'm not making fun of you. Shut up. I'll surpass you, you'll see. Suddenly Orange's expression relaxed. Her cold gaze melted away and a kind smile even spread across her lips. You've already surpassed me. Chloe was taken aback. She'd never seen Orange look like this. It took some time to absorb what Orange said, but when she did, she was even more shocked. I've already surpassed you? Is that what you just said? Yes. Orange nodded. You found the black wings and opened the door. You are the true Chloe who will go to the surface. What? My job ends here. What are you talking about? Good work, Chloe. Her smile grew. Then she turned around and started to leave. Wait, Orange, where are you going? But Orange continued to walk into the distance. Orange? Oh, we're just going through that main door now, aren't we? Oh, Jitka whispered sadly. The fog lifted to reveal her dream. I finally entered my final dream. Now my counter reads 0. I'm sure something scary is about to happen. Anxiety, unease, sadness, and fear. These negative feelings started to bubble up inside of her. But then... Ow! Oh, sorry, Asuna. Don't sorry me, just move already. Where are we? Did we make it? Probably. Jitka heard 4 familiar voices behind her. Then she turned around and saw Miki, Asuna, Olga, and Chloe were there. You're all here! Her negative feelings melted away and happiness alone took over. Jitka? When they noticed the small girl, they squealed happily and surrounded her. I'm so glad we found you. Me too. Is this really your dream? Yep. That was dangerous. You completely caught us off guard. I'm sorry. Although she hung her head apologetically, she was still happy. You know, she looked a little bashful. I'm not scared anymore. I'm sure we'll find Icon now. That's the spirit. Miki slapped Jitka on the back. Jitka turned toward the door in front of her and took a step forward. Now it was her turn to shine. A dazzling light engulfed her. Jitka? She heard someone calling her name, but she was engulfed in the light alone. It was thanks to the others that she had come this far. I'm not scared anymore. I'll do my best, everyone. This is my dream. Oh shit, what is happening? Oh, we're recreating the world. The cold sleep device. Obtain fan. The rain is coming down too fiercely to enter. I guess we use the fan to blow the clouds away? Oh, very nice. Why is this flame cauldron here for? The water of the pond is cool and it feels wonderful. Butterfly! Where'd the butterfly go? Come back, you bastard! Oh. Water jug. I guess that's for the pond? The jug was filled with water. I don't know how that helps us, but I'm happy with it. Should we put it in the maybe we put the fire out. The flame burns on, never going out. Let's put it out. That's a plant. Can I use water on that? Yes, it turned it into a tree. It's sturdy and doesn't budge when pushed. Stupid tree, I hate you. But that does come off. I'm sure I clicked on that already. Branch. Oh, I guess we can use that for the fire. Light the fire. Go across the rainbow bridge. To Asgard. Light that fire. Butterfly, come back, you bastard. Where'd he go? Are you the icon? Icon, there's something I want to ask you. Just then, a woman's silhouette appeared in the light. Are you Icon? The silhouette nodded. Please, give me the image of the surface you have. The surface? Icon's voice was as soft as a sigh. So you seek the surface? Yes. Are you not afraid? I am afraid, but this is what everyone wants. I see. Icon smiled. She was still just a silhouette, but Jitka could tell. I'm not sure which vision is correct. You must choose, new Icon. Jitka closed her eyes and reached out to the silhouette. Blossoming with foliage green and canvas with skies of blue, here one's lungs fill with air pristine while basking in the sun's warm view. At times the winds waft sweet smells of cane and caress the passing cheek. At others heavens impart the gift of rain to fill the bubbling creek. She desperately tried to remember the image of the surface that Chloe had taught her. Then somehow a comfortable feeling of relief washed over her. At the same time, this feeling felt so familiar that she felt herself about to cry. This warmth and this heat. I just have to find a vision filled with these feelings. It's time for me to choose. She found a vision filled with green foliage and endless blue sky. The light from the sun was warm and transparent. There was a comforting breeze on her cheeks. She took a deep breath, her lungs filled with sweet, moist air. Oh, this feels nice, she whispered to herself. Suddenly, she knew what she had to do. She picked up a single image from Icon's visions. In the pure white light, she gazed at the image and pictured it. This was the beautiful surface where humans were supposed to live. It was a paradise filled with clear sunlight. This was it. The surface began to regenerate. I did it for everyone, but then Jitka's outline began to fade into the light. Oh, that's right, my dream counter is down to 0. My powers are gone and soon I too will be. Just then, so this is the true surface. Jitka heard a voice between a sigh and a whisper as she started to melt away. Thank you, new Icon. This is what I wanted to envision. I'm glad. Jitka smiled at the Icon of long ago. She probably can't hear my voice or see my smile anymore. Jitka thought to herself, I'd like to thank you. The former Icon continued to whisper, but Jitka's consciousness was all but gone. I would like to create an image of you. I will create a new you on this new surface. Icon was saying something. That was the only thing Jitka was aware of. Here you'll be just a regular girl. Goodbye, Icon. You're no longer a key. Sleep through the night and have many dreams as you please. Thank you, Icon. With that, Jitka vanished. We did it! We made it to the surface, and Jitka even gets to live on the surface. As a normal person. Well, that's nice. That must be the true ending then. We finally did it. Whew. Really good story. The puzzle design was iffy. But the art style and the story were fantastic. So, props nonetheless. Really enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm glad I'm not doing any more puzzles for a while though. I'm glad to be done with the puzzles. I want to do something dumb for a while. And with that, I'm going to let the credits roll. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next series. The surface was regenerated. Now that the box was unlocked, the lid had begun to open. The humans found this door to the surface and rose toward this world above ground. The endless blue sky and majestic unpopulated forests. It was all for these humans. At the entrance to one of these forests, a small, average girl stood nervously. She was eagerly awaiting her companion's arrival. Where is everyone? Oh, I hear a motor. The elevator is rising. There, it opened. Soon I'll hear their voices. I can hear their footsteps now. Jitka? All 4 girls shouted at once. You guys made it. Jitka quickly ran over to them. Nice.